I'm a troll foldy roll.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Is it troll, which I've been saying, or troll?
It depends
The Norwegians say troll.
Well, then it is
But then
troll.
they speak in Norwegian.
But they're not having to get it to rhyme with foldy
roll.
If it needs to rhyme
But
with foldy roll...
if they were, they'd go, it was a troll, foldy roll, like that.
Could be folder roll. You could rhyme it that way.
Are you going to go and see Troll Hunter now that I've told you
Is there
about
a sequence where they go under a bridge, over a clippity-cloppity bridge?
Yes, there is an under the bridge sequence, but I don't think they refer to it as a clippity-cloppity. But there is, yes. There is a sequence on the bridge.
I would like to go and see Troll Hunter.
Okay.
But I think Mrs. Mayo would rather go and see Jane Eyre.
A troll hunting we shall go.
That is going to be the division, isn't it? If they could only start at the same time, you can go see Jane Eyre. Just 2 hours. Jane Eyre's 2 hours, exactly.
Yeah.
How long's Troll Hunter?
90 minutes.
Well, time for a beer afterwards. Then,
Yeah, exactly. You do Jane Eyre, and I'll see you after I've had Troll Hunter and a beer.
That's a date movie after a few years of marriage, isn't it?
You go your way, I'll go mine, and we'll meet in the middle afterwards.
Can you squeeze in a little review before the 3:30
No, because I don't want to squeeze in through.
Should we play a record then?
No. I mean, I can do a lonely.
Let's play something from the
I can
Nick
do a
Lowe
lonely place,
album.
but it's just a question of doing it in 3 minutes. I'd rather not have to do it in 3 minutes.
There must be something of no consequence that you've got.
Well, not. I mean, there's friends with benefits, which I want to have a little time with. There's a place to die, which I want to have a little bit of time with. Can you not read out an interesting email? Right? Otherwise, I'm going to have to squeeze it all.
This is good. Bill says, I went to see Super 8 in central London yesterday afternoon. Thought Super 8 disappeared from the top 10.
Yeah, I know, very suddenly.
I thought it was terrific, but there were only 3 of us in the cinema. How can a film as well made, as well marketed, as unashamedly mainstream, and simply as good as Super 8 struggle for an audience when all kinds of dreck clog up the top 10 for months on end? Will Dr. K's latest book explain? Is it worth risking £11.99 to find out?
Well, but you saw Super 8, right?
Say again?
You saw Super 8.
I've seen Super 8. It's tip-top.
And the thing the funny thing about Super 8 was so many people said, "Well, are you going to do that for the rest of the show? Because it's becoming quite annoying."
Tinkety-tonk.
One of the things
Folder roll. Do carry on. I've stopped.
One of the things that was said about Super 8 by some critics, which I believe was misguided and wrong, was that its key appeal would not be to younger audiences, but would be to middle-aged audiences who had grown up watching the Spielberg movies and who were somehow filled with a nostalgia for those Spielberg movies, and therefore what they were seeing was somehow the reflected glory of the Spielberg movies in Super 8. I disagree. I mean, having actually gone with a couple of kids who actually they have seen the Spielberg movies, but they're still kids. I think that the thing that I like about Super 8 is it feels like a proper film. And I said before, it felt like an old-fashioned film, and I know why I said that. It's funny what I'm doing.
Could you explain it to the rest of us?
Yes, saying old-fashioned, meaning that it's constructed properly, that it's put together in a way that looks like somebody's actually sat down and thought about story arc and character, and and done it on, put it together. And it's funny how, in a world in which Transformers 3 is clogging up the multiplexes, when you say old-fashioned, you mean properly constructed, as opposed to Transformers, which is modern in as much as it is all over the place and nobody cares.
Is this the audiobook we're listening to now, or is this?
Yeah, this is the audiobook in which I say troll rather than troll, but I never say foldy roll, diddly bong. You sound like Jethro Tull now, don't you? He fiddly doo,
how is it possible to sound like Jethro Tull?
Well, what do you mean? How is it possible to sound like Jethro Tull? Jethro Tull,
Am I Ian Anderson standing on one leg playing my
flute? Exactly, yeah, playing songs from the woods.